Hello everyone, this will be part 3 of my Destash lots, and I will have 3 lace Destash lots to offer. I will also link parts 1 and 2 below for your convenience if you'd like to view those. But let's go ahead and get started. This will be lot number 7, and you will get a roll of this lace. I believe it's about 2 inches. It looks like it's about 2.5. So there's quite a bit on the roll. I do believe the majority, if not all, of the lace that I am offering in the Destash lots, it should be vintage. It all looks vintage. Some may be newer, but like I said, I think the majority of it's vintage. So there is quite a bit on there. I don't know exactly how many yards. You will also get, I don't know if this is lace, it might be fabric. I honestly have no idea, but of course it could be used as lace. And this is about 6.5 inches. So you do get a nice piece of that. I don't know how many yards is included in any of these lots. I've just started gathering and putting lots together. So I've been trying to destash for the last probably a year and a half, and I thought I was finished with destashing my laces, but I did come up with more. I just really need to get rid of more supplies. I have so much, I have too much, and I just need to pass it along to someone who will use it. So here is a piece of eyelet lace, and that is vintage. You will also get this lace. It comes in this kind of a neat little box. It has some embossed design on it, so that could actually be used for a craft project if you want. And so here's what this lace looks like. So if you want that box, I will include it. And then we have, I guess, a spool, or I'm not sure what this thing is called, of eyelet lace. I don't know how much is on here. There is quite a bit still on this spool. That's what it looks like. Here is another piece of vintage eyelet lace. Here's some of the wide lace. Here's some vintage lace. This has never been used, and there is quite a bit here, so it's still in the package. And this kind of looks like little hearts, but there's a piece of that. Another piece of the eyelet lace. I think that is the same. Yes, that is the same as another piece that is in there. Here is some, this may be antique, but I could be wrong. I did have a lot of antique laces, and I got rid of most of them, but I think I still have pieces here and there. Here's some flower. I don't know if this is lace, consider lace, but I guess trim, or you can cut it apart. I have cut some pieces of the flowers off there and used them. It does say lace, so I guess this is considered lace. So there's still quite a bit in there. And this is not lace, this is a piece of fabric, but it's really pretty. And it's kind of a peach color, so I'm including that in there. It's very soft. And then we have, this is extremely wide lace. It is, looks like it's about 7 or maybe a little over 7. That's what that looks like. And there is quite a bit there. want more wide lace. And there's quite a bit on that roll or that particular lace. Then we have some more. I guess a lot of this is kind of wide. So here is that. You get quite a bit. Oh, actually not quite a bit, but it's a piece. So there is lot number 7. These lots will be 18 if I have not said that. That does include the shipping, so 18 includes shipping. So that's lot number 7. Here is lot number 8. This will be, looks like all black. Here is, I guess this is a piece of fabric, and it is lace fabric, so there's a pretty big piece there. Again, I don't know how many yards is included in any of these lots, but there's a nice variety. Here is actually some black seam binding, so I guess I thought I would throw that in there. Then we have some pieces of black lace. This looks like lace seam binding, I believe. Here's another piece. This is extremely soft black lace. And here's some lace trim. Here's some really small lace. This is actually really soft too. I don't know if anyone prefers the soft lace over the more stiff lace, but I prefer the softer lace. So here's some really pretty trim, and you do get quite a bit of that. Here's some, this might be the crocheted type, but I'm not sure, maybe not. But anyway, that's what that looks like. I have included some black twill tape. This is vintage, never been opened. Here's some hem tape, and it is the lace hem tape. And that is great for any projects. I use that all the time, the lace hem tape, for binding pages when I do baby books that I make, baby journals. Here's some more. Okay, now this says seam binding. I don't know what the difference is in hem tape. This is lace hem tape, and this is lace seam binding. So I'm sure there's someone out there who knows the difference, but I don't. But anyway, it's lace and it's pretty and can be used in any type of craft project. So here's some more of this, probably the hem binding, hem tape. I'm not sure. I don't know what they're called, but here's some more seam binding, and this has never been opened. This is lace. So I'm also throwing this in. It was black, it fit the colors, so I'm not going to use it, and I thought, you know, if someone wants to use that in a journal or a craft project. I honestly don't know what this is. Probably some type of hem binding, seam tape. So I'm including that. Then I just have an assortment here of different laces. This is some seam tape lace, and it is, I am not sure if this one's vintage. I believe, yes, 1972, and it has never been opened, so that is new old stock. More seam binding, and this is stretch lace, so this one's also new old stock, never been opened. Here's some pieces of lace. And then the last item here is bias tape, and 19 cents, so I'm pretty sure that's vintage. You can't get this for 19 cents at the hobby store or the craft store these days. So that is what you will get. This will be lot number 8. Again, they will be $18 shipped. And one more lot to go. This will be lot number 9. And it's creams and whites. So here's what you will get. You'll get this entire spool of these 2 laces. Alright, this lot also includes a piece of that thick, or wide, I should say, not thick, lace or fabric. I don't know what it is called. Then we have some lace ruffle trim, and this is vintage, and it does not look like it has been used. I don't believe, maybe it has, but there's still quite a bit in the packaging. Okay, this is really pretty. It has some green, kind of iridescent looking flowers in there, so you will get a good amount of that. Here's some really pretty wide lace ruffle trim, and this is pretty soft. So I used to make flowers, roses out of this. I would just do that. Sometimes I would cut the top off if I didn't need it so big, and then put a vintage button in the center. So just kind of an idea. And here's actually another piece. It's similar, it's not the same, it's a little different. And I believe this might be some of the antique lace that I had. I could be wrong, but it's kind of more of a beige color, so it's really pretty. And there's quite a bit left on the card, as you can see there. And okay, so for this lot, I am including some appliques. Here is a piece of lace fabric. We have a doily here, and it is vintage. I don't see a date, but you will get that. Here's some more lace. I was trying to find the end so I could pull it apart and show you, but there you go. There's some white lace. So we have an assortment of colors, or I guess shades of white and beige and creams. This one might be kind of a pale, I don't know if it's yellow or ivory, probably ivory, I guess I would say. All right, this I'm almost positive is antique. And this is really pretty. You can just tell by looking at it, it's pretty old, so you will get some of that. Again, I don't know how many yards are in each lot, but there is a nice assortment and a nice selection of different laces. Then we have some eyelet, ruffled eyelet trim here, and it looks like this will be the last piece of lace in this lot. This will be lot number 9. Each lot will be $18. If you are interested, I will leave my email address below. Just send me an email, let me know which lot you're interested in, and thank you so much for watching.